Hello guys, you're welcome back to our Demi Technology channel. Today we are going to discuss important topics. If you are starting out as a newbie in tech industry, we are going to discuss things you need to do to be able to catch up, to be able to grow in the industry, to be able to build the status which you are aiming to get up to. So my name is Unique Chukuma Godswill Abanubi. And once again, you are welcome to our Newbie Technology. So let us assume, if you find yourself here, I am assuming that you want to build a career in tech, you want to join the tech industry. And as a newbie, there is what we call to-do list, what you're expected to do for you to be able to be successful in this industry. So this list that I'm about to discuss is not a must that you have to follow it accordingly or exactly the way I mention it. But for you to have a successful career, for you to get to a place where you want to get to, somehow if you look at it, you will see that you will be following it little by little. Or somehow when you look at your step, the way you move up, you will see that there is something that has to do with this list within the time when you were growing. So this list, you are not expected to follow it specifically like that, and it's not a pathway to heaven in tech industry. But what I'm saying is, from my experience, this list are things I did, or my colleagues did, or my friends did, and they were actually successful. So if you borrow a thing or two from this, I expect you to be successful as well. I must say my experience has been awesome. I started from the point where they were paying me 5,000 naira, Nigerian naira, to a point where at least I know I can, multiply that money. Probably I don't want to say it, but the thing is, my experience has been awesome starting from 2009 till this day, 2023. I have had an awesome experience building a tech career. So have you seen a developer before? I'll have to tell you, life of a developer, it's not really easy, right? So the thing about tech industry is there is no specific stuff that works, right? What works for this person might not work for you. Do you get? The first thing I would advise any newbie in tech is to choose your career wisely. Choose what gives you joy. Choose what gives you joy. Are you good in drawing? Know if you can go into architectural drawing, PDMS, ArchiCAD, AutoCAD, animation, graphics. Are you good in logical stuff? Do you want to go into programming? Do you want to go into software development, software engineering? Are you always a nosy type? Do you want to actually know what's going on in there? Do you want to go into hacking? There are so many of them. Do you want to go into data analysis using Excel, using Power BI, so there are so many things that you can actually, but you have to narrow yourself down to a particular thing, right? You have to be sure that, okay, I think I like this. This is actually what I want to do. Do you even want to go into videography? There are a lot of branches in tech. There are a lot of careers in tech that you can even go into tech writing. Do you get? There are so many opportunities in tech that you can choose. So it depends on what you want to choose. Just be sure that specifically there is a place where if they want to pick now, they are going to pick you. Then the next one I want to discuss about is dedication, right? Be dedication with your craft. Don't stop. Be dedicated with your craft. Every day when you wake up, know that you have something to do. If you are choosing programming, if you are choosing data analysis, know that there's a topic you're supposed to treat today. Know that it's something you're supposed to do. Just be dedicated with your craft. Because in tech, like I saw today on X, right? If you did not code for straight 2 weeks, that's your 7 years experience is in the mud. right? You're going to forget a whole lot of things because in 2 weeks, so many things have moved on. So many people have moved on. When we started web development, we are doing CSS, we are doing with Dreamweaver, we are doing HTML. Now there are a whole lot of things you are going to install. Node.js, all the JS, you view. There are so many things they will actually ask you if you know it. It's not as of then when you now do the JS file, the CSS file and the HTML file. Now you are going to use terminal and install Node.js. You are going to install, if you are using, you can install Vue. If you are in PHP, they will say, did you install PHP framework? Even in that PHP framework, you are going to install a whole lot of library. Are you getting me? So be dedication with your craft. Make sure that you do it every day and give it time and give it your best. Another one is to find a means that works for you. There are some people who, when they watch video, they understand better, right? Then there are some people that when they read book, they understand better. There are some people who understands better just by picking a project, then trying to solve the project, they're understanding better. There are some people who will like to take a whole course on the subject. After taking a course, then they will take up a project. So all these things are the things that you are supposed to study yourself and know exactly what works for you. When you know what works for you, put it in practice. There are a whole lot of websites online where you can buy courses: Udemy, Coursera, EDX, and so many of them, right? Where you can buy courses. Then there is this our YouTube where we give courses for free, where there are all the courses in YouTube. Most of them are for free. Almost all the courses on YouTube are free. Then there are W3 schools where you can read if you want to read. There are other PDF files. There are even physical books, where you can read. It depends on what works for you and what you can afford. Do you get? Because I am using a MacBook to write code doesn't mean that you that is using another Core i5, let me not call a brand, another Core i5 computer or another Core i3 computer, it doesn't mean that I am doing better than you. What you have to do is to live within your means and look at what works for you. And that brings me to another important point. When I say do what works for you, some people when they want to start, they will start looking at that 32 gig RAM computer, 512 SSD computer, Core i7, Core i9. They give you all the description. So at the end of the day, they cannot even afford the computer that they want to start with. You don't really need to start that high. Bring it down. Start from very low basic level with what you have. Then from what you have, what you are getting, the response you are getting, the recognition you are getting will make you upgrade little by little. There's no need trying to go for all those big machines that at the end of the day you might even underuse them and might not even get the money that you used to buy them. Another important one is to learn at your pace. There is no competition in this industry. Follow your pace. If you are comfortable coding 1 hour every day, just code 1 hour every day. If you are comfortable reading just one topic every day, read one topic every day. Because Emeka succeeded in reading 5 topics every day and concluded his program in 3 months, does not make him better than you that does not make him better than you that want to complete it in 8 months. What matters is follow your pace, be consistent, be dedicated. Don't go and rush. By the time you rush, you will now miss important points, basic points that you need as a tech person, right? Follow your pace. If it works for you, 1 hour every day, be sure that you are doing it 1 hour every day and be sure you are getting output. If it works for you 2 hours every day, be sure that you are doing it every day. Follow your pace. If you already have a work and you want to transition into tech, of course you might not be able to have that 5 hours every day, so you can be able to squeeze out 1 hour, 2 hours per day, or even 5 hours in 1 week. Do you understand? Follow your pace and follow what works for you. Another important point is to practice. Practice. They say make perfect. If you are not practicing, you are not learning. If you are not doing projects, you are not learning. Even if it's free projects, even if it's project that you just do and keep in your computer. Those days we always do projects and keep it on our computer. That's the project we are showing everybody. We do hospital management system, we do hospital billing system. You will see, I even did forum for my school that time. And all these things are free. Why? Because of enthusiasm, because I want to learn. So I go ahead and try and do all these projects. So practice, practice, practice. If you are not practicing, you are not learning, because in tech you will forget. If you are into design, do those flyers, do those design, do those billboard, do those banner, put it. Just make sure that you are doing it. Another important thing is to get good tool. If you don't have a good working tool, it will be difficult for you. Like when we started, we used to use Notepad, Plus, Dreamweaver. But these days, I actually prefer VS Code. Either you get VS Code for developers, or you get PHP Storm. There's Visual Studio, there is NetBeans. So make sure that you have good tools. Most of these days, you need tools that will help you to install plugin directly. You need those tools. If you are in development, you need a very good web browser. You need a Git. You need a probably MySQL Workbench. Just get a very good database application that will help you. You need Git to be able to push and pull for the safety of the project that you are doing, and for you to be able to share with your colleagues. Git, you store the project. When you do the project, you push it to GitHub. Then you can probably from anywhere you are pull the project. If you keep it open, anybody can pull the project. If you are private, anybody you share the project with can actually pull the project and work on it for collaboration. So make sure that you are working with good tools. If you are graphic design, check Photoshop, Adobe, Illustrator. There are a whole lot of them. If you are on data analysis, check Power BI, check Excel. So what I'm advising is for you to get a good tool. Good tool can actually enhance your output. The next thing is to be able to share your work. Like GitHub will also make you share your work. Social media, just share your work. Make sure that you have people that this is what I'm doing, this is what I'm doing now. When you share your work, you exchange ideas. It helps you to improve. Then another thing I want to talk about is to avoid burnout. Just know your limit. When you get to your limit, just stop and wait for the next day. Take time, walk around, watch movies, do that excites you. Social media, I don't know, but whatever that excites you, do it. Don't get burnout in the process of learning. If you get burnout in the process of learning, how are you now going to do the work when you actually get the work and become a professional? So I would advise you to network, go for events, meet up. When you go out there, meet people. When you go to social media, meet people that likes exactly what you do. Connect with people. Those are the people who are going to refer you when you are good and you decide to, okay, let me start looking for freelancing projects, let me start consulting. These are the people that are going to refer. So another thing I want to talk about is that when you are ready to secure a job, don't go for the money first. Go for the knowledge. Go to a company where they will help you grow. This one is very important. Don't go for the big bag first. Grow. When you grow one after the other, before you know it, it is the big box that will start chasing you. All right, don't go for the money. So I hope that you're able to get something from this to-do list of a newbie in tech. I am hoping that you click that subscribe button, because next time we are going to discuss something better and deeper. Thank you.